Hello and welcome to Duckwells, an online treasure trove of antique and vintage gems. You can find the link in the description box below. My name is Laura, and I'm excited to share a peek into what's fresh and exciting in the shop. First up is a handsome Rolls razor. This unique English razor comes in its own silver plate case, complete with a built-in strop and whetstone. There is a gear inside the case that pulls the blade along the interior to sharpen and hone. Made in England, the blade is made of Sheffield steel. The razor is included, often that hasn't survived. Also included is a fabric-lined clamshell presentation case. This is a great vintage shaving collectible. Speaking of shaving, Duckwells offers several antique scuttles, shaving brushes, and even a few aftershaves in the vintage vanity and grooming collections area of the site. There's a wide variety of antique and vintage books available at Duckwells. Several 1920s children's books have also been added recently, and several first editions have also been listed. Classic literature and interesting biographies are always available. There's a selection of miniature books that are highly collectible. It's worth taking a look at this area of the site, as it's always evolving. Duckwells offers a nice selection of vintage and antique cups and saucers. Several are souvenirs, including this Harvard College set. I just love when they decorated the cups in the interior. You'll also find a few German porcelain sets that are so interesting, so beautiful. They're beautiful white porcelain and high decoration. Really love these. They spent many years in china cabinets, so they are in unusually good condition. The last item we have is the United Nations cup and saucer from the mid-century that was actually made for the United Nations gift shop. I visited that gift shop when I was a kid in elementary school back in the 1960s, and I have a few souvenirs of my own to prove it. The vintage and antique plate offerings at Duckwells is quite impressive. You'll find antique plates to vintage souvenirs in Flow Blue, blue and white, red and white, mulberry, and more. If you're looking for a unique holiday gift this season, a plate from someone's home state is so thoughtful. How about bringing a holiday host a unique show of appreciation? There are also plates that make great decor additions, either on a shelf, a table, or a wall. The selection is wide and varied and worth a look. Next, we have an unusual item. This odd but true item is a silver plate spoon from Rolex. Yes, the watchmaker gave out spoons when you purchased one of their watches. A fun item and a wonderful addition to the Rolex collection. Duckwells has a varied games and toys selection. Most are being sold for display use only, as vintage toys just look so good on a shelf. What's new in the shop is several games made for auto travel, a few tin litho toys, and a wonderful cowgirl doll. So nostalgic, these toys and games are collectible and can make a thoughtful gift. Here's a look at several of these charming, nostalgic items. Enjoy! Next up is a nice array of home decor. At Duckwells, you will find antique and vintage kitchen and dining servingware, including some great Russell Wright pieces. New in the shop is a few pieces of mid-century barware and a lovely Hawaiian star basket. For those who buy early, a mid-century ceramic Valentine's planter is available. Those sell out quickly every year. The Christmas decor is still being added to the shop. If you missed it, there's a whole video dedicated to Duckwell's holiday inventory. It's worth a peek. Next, we have a nice assortment of antique and vintage collectibles, including this antique hat pin that has a Waterbury button as the pin head. Several vintage and antique lighters have been added to the shop. I found several unique specimens this summer and am always grateful as they are becoming more difficult to find. Also added to the shop is a Whiting and Davis gold mesh clutch purse, perfect for adding sparkle to your holiday outfit. There's a wide selection of items in the shop. There's literally something for everyone, at least anyone who appreciates the nostalgia, high quality, and uniqueness of collecting antiques. Next up, we have this really interesting Moshleen box from Scotland. These wooden trinket boxes were quite popular souvenirs. This particular one is from Lake Winnipesaukee, New Hampshire, and is really quite the treasure. Following up with that New England souvenir, this one here is from Marblehead Neck, Massachusetts, and is a photo paperweight. Always love seeing these. These are really quite interesting antique glass items. This is a wonderful tiki mug. This wise old man, it's called, was made by Orchids of Hawaii in the mid-century, and I can just picture myself having a Mai Tai in the 1960s in a wonderful Polynesian restaurant. This is a stunning little jewel box made of crystal and metal. The metal top is a beautiful Art Nouveau design that says Thayer Jewelers on top. Just a lovely piece. I'm not sure there's too much to say about this except that it's a super cool cop car. This antique piece is a great set of printing that was used for like small local stores that they could print their own signs. Old rubber stamps, great set, great box, love it. Last but not least is a very fun find, a mid-century condiment jar. These pixieware type jars are so fun, in period colors and nice hand-painted details. This particular ketchup jar has a sweet tomato on top. The jars included a built-in spoon, which were often broken off or repaired. This one is whole. This adorable example was made in Japan by Napco, a wonderful mid-century collectible. Thank you so much for watching. Really appreciate it. Please check out duckwells.com for more vintage and antique treasures. Thanks again.